we got a lot of stuff happening here. This is getting hard on me, man. I don't know if I can do it all. Right? We don't even know if we could do it all, man. This is a lot of stuff happening. Welcome everybody to the Fuzzy Show. I'm trying to get this thing in conjunction with like everything. Hopefully you can see the American flag. You can see Fuzzy and the Fuzzy Trump, and hopefully we're ready to go. This I'm really excited about tonight, to be honest with you. I had a lot of stuff. The last time I was on, just a fire burning up deep inside you, and I know I'm not on a lot, so I know I lose a lot of freaking, customers and stuff, but Rumble is going to be it. So if you go to Rumble, look for me. I don't know what's under. Just look for, Calva Jim or Jim Frizzell or Fuzzy. I don't even know what's under. Rumble was pretty hard to figure out, but I think I'm getting there, and hopefully we get this all figured out soon. That's what I'm hoping for, to be honest with you, is a soon type deal. All right. That's what we're hoping for. So I'm going to kick back and relax here a little bit as we Facebook's kind of dark for whatever reason. Let me try to move you over here and see what we got. That's a little bit better. But there's some stuff that, I just want to, put up in mind really a little bit and talk to you about. And this is going to be a different type of a Fuzzy show. Usually I blow steam, go off, talk smack, and that's what I really do. But today, with my buddies back here, I don't know if you guys in Rumble can see, Donald Trump Dome, right? And then you got the Fuzzy Dome back there. But if you guys on Facebook, I don't know if you can see him either, actually. So we got Fuzzy, right? And he's going to blow some, look at Fuzzy loves to blow the whistle, loves to throw flags, that kind of stuff. We got Donald Trump. I mean, look at the God bless America sign. This is a great freaking gnome. My wife makes them. If anybody's interested, to be honest with you. Well, she's my only sponsor. So since she's my only sponsor, I got to at least bring her on, right? So anyway, I'm trying to figure out, as I said last time, Frizzy and the First Amendment. I want to be able to take callers. I haven't quite figured it out yet. We got an ambulance going by Calva, Michigan. I mean, there's only 4 people here. Joel, I hope it's not you. I mean, there's only 4 people in Calva, and here goes the ambulance. So, Joel, I hope it's not you, man. I hope you're all right. You're going to have to give me a thumbs up. Make sure it's not you. You didn't have a heart attack or nothing. Being stressed out about my new Brady room. Right? All right. Look at that. But today, listen, I could start with a flag on Joe Biden. We can really start with a flag on Joe Biden about the way he handled Afghanistan. But I don't know, what good would it do? I mean, how many yards can you give the guy? Couldn't you imagine? You guys can see my fire still burning back there, which is awesome. Couldn't you imagine the NFL, right? The NFL, think about this for a minute. I've been thinking about this actually for a couple of years, is when you get people that are like dirty players. Remember when Dominic Sue was with the Lions and he stepped on frickin' Rodgers, right? Aaron Rodgers stepped right on his chest, right, with his cleats. Now that's a personal foul, of course, 15-yard penalty. But wouldn't it be great if the coach could say, I just want a card, I'll keep that, and I'll use that whenever I so desire. Think about that. Now, that would put a whole new aspect in stuff. It's not all of a sudden you get a penalty. Now you're driving down for a game-winning touchdown, and the coach goes, oh, by the way, I got this card right here, 15-yard penalty. Remember? Oh, yeah. What a great concept. I think it's genius. I think, what was them one guys that talk? What was that one beer when they'd be like, brilliant, I'm brilliant, it's brilliant, I'm brilliant. I forget the name of the beer. But I think it's a brilliant accusation of the NFL. So even if I threw a flag on Joe Biden, which is how many yards do you give? There's already 20 people, from what I understand, died. 20 already killed in Afghanistan over the situation. So I don't know how many yards you could give. I mean, I don't even know how to give the guy that many yards. But today's not about that. I'm going to tell you what today is about. Today is about, I'm going to try to give you the best encouragement I can. And if I had a title, if I had to title today's message, it's going to be, don't let them get to you. Don't let them get to you. And I'll explain the best way Fuzzy knows how to explain, with a little bit of fun, a little bit of sarcasm, and a lot of truth. And I'm going to give you a lot of real life examples. My own is going to be some included, and some real life examples of don't let these people get to you. And the first thing I'll talk about is being official. We go over this whole thing all the time is, officials, whether you're a basketball official, whether you're a football official, baseball umpire, softball umpire, whoever you are, the crowd, the coaches, the players, they can start working you over. They can really just start working you over like you've never seen before. And if you let that get to you, if you let these people get to you, you got a bad day. Because all of a sudden now you're not just, I don't even care if you made a bad call. That's not even the point. I don't even care. The point is, if they get to you, you're all of a sudden outside your elements, and you're not even positive about any call you make. And you really need some good people in your life. My buddy Mike and I, we traveled the country together, and if I made a bad call, he just let me know right up front. There was no ifs, ands, or buts. He just let me know, hey, they're working you over because you're wrong. Okay, well, let's straighten her out. Them are the people you need in your life. Them are the people in your life are the ones that love you. I mean, they love you enough to tell you the absolute truth is what's going on. They love you that much, and that's the crew you need. And one of the setbacks with the MHSAA, they went to this a signer thing, and sometimes you show up, you don't even know who you're officiating with no more, man. You don't know these people. You know what I mean? And sometimes you tell these people the truth, and they get all offended. They're like, "Oh, I've been officiating for 35 plus years, and I've never had anybody say that to me." Well, it's because because they're all scared, man. What we want to do as officials is be right. And we want to get the game right because it's fair for the kids, it's fair for the coaches, it's fair for the fans. We want to do the best we can. Doesn't mean we're right all the time, but we want to do the best we can. And if you let these people get to you, okay, and I've been in game situations where the fans are yelling so protest, not even at me, but at my buddy, right? I got an official buddy, and we've already discussed the fact, there's a couple bad calls or a couple bad no calls, whatever the case is, I actually had to kick the fans out of the game to protect my buddy. And that's what friends do. And it's like, listen, dude, let's get this game on. Let's get it over with. Because when the fans get to you or the coaches get to you or even the players, you got a bad day. You really do. And today is about don't let these people get to you. And I'm going to tell you a few things right now as we go on. And we know what's going on in Benghazi. We know all this stuff. But you know what? Just yesterday, I'm on Facebook with somebody. They're completely blind to truth. I don't even know how else to put it. They are completely blind to the facts of what's taking place. I put on there, you need to open your eyes. Oh, my eyes are wide open. No, because you're not even paying attention to what's going on. They got no real life in their hearts. They got no real truth in their hearts. They got nobody. You know what they really need is their spouse to say, wake up, you're wrong. But that's not going to happen. And I was listening, and we're going back and forth, man. We're just going back and forth about this thing, and it's disgusting because even CNN and C-SPAN and ABC are starting to realize, dude, we might have made a mistake. You know what I mean? That's what they're starting to realize. But yet, these people, and you know exactly who these people are that I'm talking about, are just blinded. They're blinded by their own obstruction. Whatever the obstruction is, that's what they're blinded by. And they try to get to you. That's what they try to do. They try to get to you. They try to convince you that you're on the wrong side of the fence. And I got up this morning, this was yesterday's conversation, and I got up this morning and I go back, now the Fuzzy Show all started because of January 6th, right? January 6th, the Republican Party let us down. We all know this. This is stuff that I have started the Fuzzy Show on, was the Republican Party is dirt. They are a piece of dirt, okay? And January 6th could have been our Declaration of Independence in a political party. Instead, January 7th was our political 9/11. These people they trounced us. They freaking destroyed America. We knew it. All two of my listeners right now know it. We all know it, man. They destroyed America. They cheated us. We know they cheated us. They can say they didn't all they want to, but the fact is, if we could get just one judge, just one, could I have one judge to look at what Mike Lindell has, and if it's true, do something about it. I know, Dave Six. I know. I like to be a little sarcastic on the number of watchers, right? I got YouTube going and Rumble. See, because YouTube and Facebook will cut me off now and then. So now I got a Rumble, and that's really where I want to get to. And hopefully you guys will find me on there on Rumble. But if we could get one judge just to listen to what Mike Lindell has, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's fact or not. I listen to what he says. Is it true? I don't know. Okay. But I was listening after yesterday's conversation with this person that is just, they're blind. I mean, they are totally, totally blind to reality. And they don't even want to admit what's taking place. They still don't want to admit that they're still trying to blame Donald Trump for what's going on in Afghanistan. They still want to blame, in fact, one of them want to blame, actually the whole freaking part started, they're blaming freaking Bush. Okay, Bush got us in there, but if we got a plan to get out now, I mean, if they got a plan to get out, we don't have a problem. But now all of a sudden they're going way back. They don't even want to blame the fact that Obama let ISIS roll up. I mean, everybody remembers that, right? ISIS with the JV team. They're not going to admit that. They're not going to admit the fact that Joe Biden, you realize there's already 20 deaths from last I heard. That was this morning, 20 deaths. Last I heard. And in Kabul. These are our people. How many people are not going to make it home? That's my question. And I've talked to a lot of people. I've talked to people that are they're retired U.S. Army Rangers, Navy SEALs. These people it's like a slap in the face. All the work we've done. You know, even my own son, the United States Marine Corps, it's a slap in the face. He told me all the stuff they done. The way they did this was completely out of, you know what it was just the fact they just didn't want to follow what they already had planned. Trump already had a plan. They just didn't want to follow Trump's plan. They just want to make it look bad. And that's the thing. But here I'm trying to get to my point. The point was on Fox News. And of course, I come out here on January. So I blame the Republican Party. I still blame the Republican Party for everything that's going on. I'm going to tell you that right now. I blame them. They are the most weak, spineless people I've ever seen in my life. And I know Lindsey Graham's trying to, do good. I'll give him a 1st and 10. I'll give Lindsey Graham a 1st and 10 because he stood up about what's going on right now. But he's the guy that freaking voted against Donald Trump, just so you guys know. Okay. And one of the Fox News ladies, she was talking about who to blame. And what she said to me really astonished me, to be honest with you, is what she said is, I know we could blame the media for all their false pretenses against Donald Trump, all their lies, all their fabrication. But what she said is, I really go back to Jill Biden. And then she stopped. She said, Dr. Jill, think about it. Dr. Jill Biden is who I go back to. Dr. Jill Biden, right? Because if Dr. Jill Biden have any love for her husband in her heart, any love whatsoever, she would have said, Joe, I know you want to be president of the United States. I know you want to be president of the United States, but you don't have the mental capacity to do it, dude. It can't happen. But you know what she did? She turned a blind eye. She turned an absolute blind eye to what the truth was. And here we got, right? Dementia Joe is what we got. We got Dementia Joe. And I'm trying to find a good place for my Facebook feed here. It looks like, right? So, but that brought me back to a story. Listen, there's a lot of people say karma, right? Karma. Karma always comes back. I like to call it a due on sale clause. As soon as the truth comes out, there's some due that has to come our way. Okay? There's some due. There's a process and a payment that's got to be paid when the truth comes out. And I'm going to tell you my own story right now. My children's mother, my children's biological mother, Jimmy and Carrie's biological mother. And I'm sorry, Facebook buddies, I just can't get it in the right spot. I'll just do that. How's that? My children's biological mother had some psychological issues going on, some schizophrenia going on. And before we got divorced, there was stuff that happened. I would call her mother, Dina, right? Now, Dina's passed on, gone to see the Lord. Great. She's in a good place. And that is good. Absolutely. And so she's gone on, but I would call her and she would tell me, she's like, well, Jim, don't you know it's like 2 a.m? I'm like, Dina, I don't care what time it is. You need to come over and watch what's taking place in your own daughter right now. You need to see what's going on. And one time we come home from Florida and we got to the driveway because she was washing her dog. She was at her house washing her dogs. And I got out of the car and I looked at her. And you know what she said to me? This is exact words. This is word for word. Jim, don't say a thing. I could see it. Okay. I knew what she's talking about. She knew I knew what she was talking about. Well, you know what? When the time come to get her help, Dina turned her back on me and the truth. Dina turned her back on me and the truth. You know what happened? My kids have not seen her biological mom for 7, 8, 9 years. I don't know how long it's been. They reached out a couple times with Christmas presents. They reached out to try to get attention to her. Nothing. This is part of the consequences for rejecting the truth in your life. This is just one of the consequences. And there's going to be a walk. The result was they still don't know where their mom is. Now, they call Ann, my wife, their mom. I mean, Jimmy does. You know, her and Carrie still butt heads a little bit, but, you know, Carrie's older. What do you do about that? Nothing. You know what I mean? And if you can't accept the truth, this is the kinds of consequences that happen. Now, I'm going to get into a story. It's a biblical story, and I know some people don't want to believe in the Bible, or you do believe in the Bible, and I don't really care. But the truth is, there was a man by the name of Saul. Okay? Saul was an educated man. In fact, it says he was a Pharisee of all Pharisees. What does that mean? He went to college. I mean, he knew the Old Testament inside and out. He knew everything there was to know. And what Saul did is he went and killed the Christian people. He killed the Christian people, thinking he was doing what the priest and the Lord God wanted him to do. He thought he was in the right spot, killing and observing the killing of Christian people. He thought he was doing right. He really did. In his heart, he thought, I'm doing the right job. Until one day, he was struck down to the ground, right? And 3 days later, it was like scales. And I'm jumping through this whole thing. But 3 days later, it was like scales fall off his eyes and he could see the truth. Okay? He could see the truth. And you know what Saul did? He realized he was such on the wrong side of the fence. See, what happened is, these people on the wrong side of the fence, okay? And they don't want to face the truth. They don't want to face the reality that they made a mistake. They don't want to face the fact that they're voting for the wrong people, okay? And Saul, he realized he was such on the wrong side of the fence, he changed his name. He don't even get called Saul no more. He's called Paul, and he wrote, I don't know how many chapters in the Bible or how many, books in the Bible, but he changed his name because he realized he was on the wrong side of the fence. And this person that was on Facebook against me yesterday, you're on the wrong side of the fence. And I'm telling you, and I don't know if people's going to change their names or not. You know what I mean? I really don't know. I really don't. But we are not on the wrong side of the fence, people. Do not let these people get to you. They're going to try. They're going to try to get to you. They're going to try to destroy your thoughts. They're going to try to destroy your hopes. They're going to try to destroy your dreams. But you know what? We cannot let up. Because we are on the right side of the fence. We are on the right side of the fence. Now, let me give you some examples of people that have been allowed, they allowed people to get to them. Think about this, right? Armando Galarraga, he was a pitcher for the Detroit Tigers, 2010. Now, remember, there's only been 23 perfect games in Major League history, right? Major League Baseball history started, I don't know, whenever it's freaking started, right? 23 perfect games. Armando Galarraga had a perfect game. He needed one out. Jim Joyce blew the call. Okay, we all know the story, right? We all know the story. Jim Joyce blew the call, And that's not even the point. The point is Armando Galarraga never recovered from that freaking blown call. He pitched for 2 more teams and ended up retiring. He never recovered. It wasn't even his fault. Jim Joyce blew the call. He never recovered from that thing. And that's what I'm telling you is that umpire, that call, those people, however you want to put it, got to Armando Galarraga. And there's only 23 perfect games in history. He would have been 24. And you know what a perfect game is? The perfect game is nobody reaches first base. No walks, no hits, no errors. It's absolute perfect game. And he had it, and it was blown, and Galarraga never freaking recovered. Another guy, and I might have talked about this guy before, Boom Boom Mancini, right? Boom Boom Mancini in 1981. I'm a young kid. I'm like 14, 15, whatever I am right now. My brother and I are in the living room. I can still hear this whole fight in my life. Actually, I bought some signed shorts of Boom Boom just because of this, right? I got them pretty reasonable. And the only reason I bought them because of this freaking story right here is Boom Boom Mancini is fighting. He is fighting Duk Koo Kim. He's a Korean, 1981. And I remember clearly my dad yelling, I don't even know how many innings it was. 2, 3, 4 rounds. Not innings, but rounds. 2, 3, 4 rounds. My dad's like, they better stop the fight. They better stop the fight. Well, they didn't stop the fight, and Boom Boom ended up killing Duk Koo Kim. And you guys can Google it if you want to. Duk Koo Kim, he killed him. And you know what? He tried to, this was 1981. 1989, Boom Boom Mancini tried to make a comeback. He couldn't do it. He fought one more time. Again, not his fault, but they got to him. They got to him. This is the situation you got to get to. It's not his fault, and yet they destroyed. Armando Galarraga's career was destroyed. Boom Boom's career was destroyed because why? They got to him. And I'm telling you right now, don't let them get to you, man. They're going to talk to you. They're going to try to say stuff. You can't let them get to you. We are on the right side of the fence. They'll tell you they're wrong, but we're not, right? And now you got Redcon 1. I don't know if anybody heard of Redcon 1. It's a super sports drink, weightlifters drink. They drink it. Redcon 1 was a major sponsor in Arnold Schwarzenegger's weightlifting competitions. Okay? They were the number one sponsor. And after Arnold Schwarzenegger's speech, when he came out and said, screw your freedoms, I don't know if he put it quite like that, but it's pretty close. Redcon 1 pulled their freaking advertising. They pulled their sponsorship. They're like, no, dude, you are not getting to me. I don't care who you are. You are not getting to me. And I got to applaud them guys. The same thing with Mike Lindell with MyPillow. You got to applaud the people that stand firm on the facts and the truth. And you know what? Money wasn't the issue. Money was not the issue. And maybe they both got plenty, which is different for me and you, right? Me and you were like, I still got to pay. I got to go to the dentist, you know? If I don't go to the dentist, I'm going to have to move back to irons because I'll start losing teeth. And my wife will be like, you're up, back to irons for you, you know, where you belong. No, but we got to have the money to come, but we got to be focused on not letting these people get to us. Today hopefully it's encouraging, I hope. And there's a song by Montgomery Gentry, all right? And I want you all to go listen to it. Montgomery Gentry, of course, the one guy died, but the song is Some People Change. And we're watching a few people change. Some of CNN starting to change. Some of ABC they're starting to realize they probably made the biggest mistake ever in their whole life. And we have to understand that too. We are on the right side. You are. Okay? And I say you because I got all these freaking cameras going. You are on the right side of the fence. And if you're listening to this and you're not on the right side of the fence, just look in the mirror. I say it all the time. Look in the mirror. Tell yourself the truth. Come on to the right side of the fence. Change your name. Go from Saul to Paul. Change your name. Whatever it takes for you to realize, Saul changed his name because he didn't want to be known for the guy killing everybody. I don't want everybody to know that. There's a story in there where he actually pled to the Lord to please take this adversity from me. He played 3 times, and there's different things. People got their own philosophy, and mine might be wrong. But my philosophy is, after talking to my Army Ranger buddies and after talking to my Navy SEAL buddies and after talking to my other buddies, what everybody they kill, they see in their mind. They have visions. They can see the face of everybody they shot and killed in war. And I think Paul, who was Saul, could see the visions of the people he killed, and he asked the Lord to take that away. And the Lord said, my grace is sufficient, is what he said. And so he went on to write a bunch of books. But the point is, don't let him get to you. And if you got to change your name to come on the right side of the fence, I don't care. If Joel goes from Joel to Jenny, we don't care, right? Come on to the right side of the fence. Join us on the right side of the fence. Come to the side of reality, truth, honesty, and dignity. And don't let them get to you. And that's Fuzzy. Over and out. Welcome everybody to the Fuzzy Show. I'm trying to get this thing in conjunction, like everything.